Hi everyone, happy Monday. It's me, Krylios, Team Racing Productions MC and producer. And joining me today is Julian Goldstein. Julian Goldstein is joining us today, self-described engaged citizen and diplomat in training. Welcome here. What's up?
All right. Hey, how's it going, Krylos?
Doing pretty good, doing pretty good. It's great to have you here, man. Great to have you here. Hey, let's begin a little bit about your background and, introduce yourself to our viewers.
Absolutely. My name is Julian Goldstein. I am a senior international relations major at Howard University, also having the pleasure of being the chairman of the Howard University chapter of Students for DC Statehood. A bit about myself, I am a fourth generation Washingtonian, also in school to currently learn diplomacy. So with that, I have been a lifelong advocate in terms of lobbying for district statehood and rallying support around an issue since 2016, when the ballot measure for a district statehood constitution came into the picture.
Yes, oh, wonderful, definitely. And let's talk a little bit about that, DC statehood, because it's especially a big topic this year. It's been a it's been a conversation piece since I've lived in DC, since I moved to go to Howard myself, and but around this election cycle it's much bigger. Since we've been on this channel, we've interviewed so many people running for the counts of the District of Columbia, whether it's at-large races or the different ward races, but many of them are strong supporters and strong supporters of DC statehood. Let's talk a little bit about DC statehood and the history behind that and where we are now.
Absolutely. So for most of those watching, whether you're from the district or in any of the 50 states, Washington D.C. residents are American citizens by virtue. They pay the highest rate of federal taxes per capita, meaning that they contribute a larger share of their income, their taxable income, to the federal government, as opposed to residents in any other state. That includes California, New York, Texas, even Connecticut, which is one of the highest earning states. And it also has residents that go off and serve and to defend their country, myself included. I'm an Air Force reservist. So in the event, whether we are talking about, God forbid, but a draft such as during the Vietnam era, or even today, when we talk about whatever security concerns the United States have, the over 700,000 residents in Washington, D.C., which make up a larger share than the populations in two other states, Wyoming and Vermont. District residents deserve access to democracy.
And that's full democracy. As the license plates say here in the district, no taxation without representation. So tell us a little bit about some of the proposals. I have something here with a proposed map of the state of New Columbia. Share with us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. So the fact that or autonomy for Washington, D.C. is not a new idea. And as we're seeing it constructed today, the federal district has not always existed in the 100 square mile map as outlined by Congress in the Constitution. So the presidents with H.R. 51 become
We're having a little
or
bit of
jurisdiction.
difficulty. There we go.
All right. To reduce the share of federally controlled jurisdiction in the national capital, just shrinking it down some more. There has been legal precedence for it prior to the Civil War with the Virginia Retrocession Act. I believe, I could be wrong by or off by a year or two, 1848. Because once the federal government was going to make slaves in the district free, then those Virginian lawmakers decided, well, we don't want to have any part of that, and so we will take our donated territory back. So what we have today is a 63 square mile loose square, really, and there's nothing necessarily contradictory with just reducing the fair share of that, because the federal government doesn't really have too much concern with what's going on off of Minnesota Avenue or in things like that.
That's important. That's important. What other measures or plans or other types of plans that are out there when it comes to DC statehood? We have that one. I know about like the Douglas Commonwealth. Other people have other ideas. Which one are you mostly about? Like, which one would you like to see implemented if DC does achieve statehood at some point soon?
So excellent question. So once the Statehood Commission had come together, which is headed by the district government to include the mayor, the shadow delegations of Senator Paul Strauss, Senator Mike Brown, and Representative Frank Garcia, as well as the chairman of the district council in the mayor's office, they proposed a constitution named New Columbia. After popular polling and the decision chosen by the residents, a more fitting name for a new state would then be the Douglas Commonwealth. As we know, Frederick Douglass was one of the first Black cabinet members and exclusive liaisons between the president, also a district resident whose house is off Pennsylvania Avenue Southeast. It will be a testament to our values. I really enjoyed the idea and the form of creating a new state, as it shows how alive and active our democracy is, right? And it goes to show that although we can adhere to the Constitution, that the popular demand of people having representatives is even more supportive. And even once the legislation is activated and becomes law, even our local politics here in the district become more representative. And we would gain, I believe the Constitution outlines, we would then have 22 members of a council. So again, more autonomy, more local control, and more access to representative government.
And that's very important. That's so important. Well, tell me this: if our viewers wanted to support, wanted to find out more, wanted to get more information about the Students for DC Statehood, how could they go about and do that?
Absolutely. So we have a website, Students for DCStatehood.org. We are a nationwide organization, actually, or have support throughout the country with chapters in 11 different states and at nearly all universities here in the district. And then our Twitter handle is Students, the word for DC.
Students, the word for DC. Awesome. And to our viewers, the website will be in the links in the description. Hey, thank you so much for joining me today, man. It's been such a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you. And please vote.
Yes, very important. That's the thing. You make sure that you vote. Thanks so much for joining me today. And to our viewers, thank you for watching. Bye, everyone.
Bye.